So my parents paid for my sister's wedding?
Well, I don't know if they paid for it or not. Ooh, you should ask them.
Yeah, I should.
Call them up.
So we're calling my dad now.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Common Decency. I'm your host, Jenna Lee.
And I'm Sebby.
And we have some a-holes on our hands, or do we?
They're all over the internet.
We dug deep into Reddit to find some instances of, are people really the a-hole or not?
You gotta tell us. You gotta help us decide whether they are or not.
Sometimes in life, I find myself in like a sticky situation where I have to make a decision, or you have like a run-in with somebody and you have to think, am I the a-hole for doing this or saying that? And you get in your head about it, so we've got to help these people out.
You know what? It happens to me on a daily basis.
Yeah,
Sometimes when I'm in traffic or at the grocery store or at the gym.
It happens so much. Like at the grocery store, for example. This is my question off the bat. Are you the a-hole if you have a cart full of groceries and you're doing self-checkout? And the guy behind you only has one item? Do you let him in front of you, or do you just go ahead and check out with your full cart? Are you the a-hole for not letting him pass?
You know what? If you have a full cart, you shouldn't be in the self-checkout. You just shouldn't be in the self-checkout. And if you do have a full cart and you still are going through with it, yes, let the guy with one item go ahead of you.
I don't mean to toot my own horn, but if I have a lot of groceries, I always let the person with just one or two items behind me go in front of me. Just common courtesy, you know what I mean?
Common decency. All right, now let's ask our listeners to see what they think on these
situations.
Crazy situations from all over the internet. Am I the a-hole for wanting to postpone my wedding until my fiance gets rid of his braces?
No. Those pictures last a lifetime. Those memories last a lifetime. Your husband's gonna get those braces off like in 6 months, and you're gonna have all these terrible photos. I would postpone it. Who's in a rush to get married anyway? What's the rush?
I find this highly offensive. Homeboy is just trying to get his teeth straight. It's a memorable time in his life to get married. Why postpone it? Do the wedding right. What if there's stuff that comes up in the future? Braces are gonna be there. If they're in the wedding photos, it's gonna be super cute.
I'm sorry, who does braces? Why doesn't he have Invisalign?
I do braces. I had braces. Yeah, I hated those photos, not gonna lie. I remember I went to a high school dance with braces and I threw those photos right away.
Okay, so your advice of going through with the wedding is terrible then?
Nope, still do it. You guys still gotta do it. Am I the a-hole for telling my parents they have to pay for my wedding?
No, my parents offered to pay for a wedding if I ever chose to have one. I think it's customary for the female's parents to pay for the wedding in US culture.
Yeah, but so the male counterpart of the wedding, they don't have to pay for anything?
No, isn't that strange?
What?
Is that not the weirdest thing? It's the female's parents' responsibility culturally to pay for weddings here in the US, and I think that's so strange. Why is it not the man's?
You know what? If I were to get married, I would definitely pitch in.
You know what? Maybe it's because the woman does the gown. The woman has the bridesmaid's gown and the hair and the makeup and it costs a lot. Maybe that's why her parents are like, you know what? We raised you to be this glamorous. We got to foot the bill. It's not your husband's fault.
Yeah, man. But I understand that. But at the same time, I mean, I work hard. I would definitely feel bad if I couldn't contribute in some way.
Right? No, but I think I don't know. Culture is so strange. Some people let their parents 100% pay for a wedding and they don't feel guilty about it at all. I personally would feel quite guilty just knowing that like my parents are retired and they could probably use that money for themselves. Even if it's saved up, I just would feel guilty taking that.
So my parents paid for my sister's wedding?
Yes.
That was a crazy ass wedding.
Well, I don't know if they paid for it or not. Ooh, you should ask them.
Yeah, I should.
Call them up.
So we're calling my dad now. He's probably not going to pick up.
Does your dad always ignore your calls?
I don't have a dad. I don't know who I was calling there. So long story short, I mean, I guess, hey, if I were to get married, I would pitch in. I guess it's the type of guy. Even if she says, no, they're going to take care. I mean, if they're loaded and it's like no sweat off their back, I understand that. But if you're like neutral, normal Americans, I would be like, all right, my groomsmaid, I'm gonna take care of our suits, our shoes, our grooming. I got it. Don't worry. She says, I'm getting married to a pretty great guy. He's a teacher and he's very happy with his decision to become a teacher. She works for a tech company and she does financially well. Historically, teachers don't make jack nothing.
Yeah.
So, okay, already I'm leaning more towards her paying for it. It's okay. One small wrinkle is that my parents expect us to have a massive church wedding with a few hundred guests. Oh my gosh.
I don't even know 100 people.
I was in a wedding, not last summer, and there was like 300 people there. I was really nervous. I was the best man. She said that my mom and I met with the wedding planner for an estimate, $35,000 to $45,000. If we go to the resort we have picked out, it will cost like $10,000, and that includes paying for his parents and nephew to join us. Oh, I mean, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, it seems like her parents want her to go all out for her wedding because her parents want her to show off, but they don't want to foot the bill. And I think that's her parents are the a-hole.
Oh, definitely, man. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, those are some crappy parents. I can't believe that. Okay, well, time to get some new parents. Am I the a-hole for not looking after my friend's kids? This girl says, I work in childcare. When I go visit my friend, his wife dumps the baby on me and walks away to go relax. I tell her I'm not there to babysit. Am I the a-hole?
No, definitely not the a-hole. They know you work in childcare. Are they dumping the kids on her on purpose?
Yeah. Because she's good with children.
Right, but that's her career.
Moral of the story, don't be good with children.
Yeah.
Ugh. So, you know...
That's like, imagine if I was a chef and you come over to my house and expect me to cook because I'm a chef. I'm off duty, baby.
Absolutely not.
Right, yeah, don't dump your kids on people.
Plus, I don't want to cook for you.
Here's the thing, though. They might think that she enjoys children and she's happy to look after the kids. So I think that's something she needs to have an adult conversation about. Just pull them to the side and say, you know, I'm off the clock. How can you politely tell someone you're off the clock and you don't want to watch their kids?
Yeah, but also, like, it's a friend. Like, I understand if I go to my sister's house and she's like...
Yeah, it's not family.
It's not family.
Right.
Like, if she was like, hey, can you watch the kid? I'd be like, okay, you know, I'm the uncle. Mm-hmm. But if, like, my buddy came over to, like, watch the football game, I'm not going to be like, hey, you brought your wife? Cool, here, she can watch our kid. Like, no, it's not cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Just don't bring your kids to your friends' houses.
Yeah, exactly.
As an adult, I don't know. The only time I would bring my kid to a friend's house is if they had kids as well.
Right.
So it could be like a play date.
Yeah, and then we don't have to watch them at all. They can they'll end up crying. That's what will happen. It always does. Am I the a-hole for firing an intern because she wouldn't stop hugging people?
Not the a-hole. Fired. Keep your hands to yourself.
I manage the internship program at my job. We have 6 and 12-month internships. This post is about a woman in the program. She noticed she hugs her classmates a lot. It was something I brought up in a one-on-one. Dude, you can't do that. It's impossible.
I think you need to like read the questions before we go live.
You think? This is why I think you should do this because you study it, you read it.
I'll do the next episode.
I'm working all day.
Okay. I worked all day too. Are we gonna fight in this episode? I worked today. I ate a banana on camera. And he thinks he worked today and he's too busy to read the questions.
I'm too busy to read the questions.
Whose job's more important? Meh.
Meh.
Read the questions.
I'm reading the questions, guys. My very best on this tiny little phone after a long day's work on the railroad. All right.
Yeah. Did you build a house today?
I built a whole set. I set up all the lighting.
There's
all
2 chairs.
9 hours of work. But hey, I'm supposed to come and be chipper and read these questions. Here we go.
That's it. This one is, listen, if you hire an intern and she's hugging everyone, I don't know what kind of line of work they're in, but imagine you're at like just like a Fortune 500 company and you're meeting really big head honchos and your small little 16-year-old intern is hugging like Donald Trump. I'd be like, can you stop?
You need to stay over there. Stay in the corner. Yeah, no, that is a no-go. I just imagined I was in real estate when I was younger.
You don't hug. Here, hugging is unprofessional. Yeah,
Not in the
she
workforce.
Sounds like Gen Z.
Not in the workforce.
Are Gen Zers gonna be like hugging in professional settings when they grow up?
If you wear a suit to work, do not hug.
But is this the new thing Gen Z's doing?
Well,
are we hugging at work now?
Okay, let's see.
This is would be a little fun.
I'll show you a hug that's appropriate.
Okay.
Put your mic down. Hand out. Hand out. Let's see.
Are you kidding?
Appropriate. Now let's show them.
For business professionals?
I mean, if it's two co-guy workers,
dapped
anyway.
me up.
I'm gonna dap up my coworker who sits next to me I see him more than my wife. Why would I not dap him up?
Okay,
in the morning when nobody's at work yet?
Let's say this is a true first interaction with business professionals. How do you greet them? Hi, I'm the VP of Sales. Jenna, nice to meet you.
Hello, sir. Nice to meet you. Maybe even a bow.
Yeah, no hugs. We're not, Gen Z, I'm sorry, we're not hugging at work yet. We're not there culturally.
All right, and now let's show you an inappropriate transaction when you meet someone at work. Hi, I'm Clark. What's your name?
Jenna. Why are you using a fake name?
Inappropriate.
You're fired. All right, guys, that's all we have for you today for Am I the A-hole? I love this segment.
My favorite. I hope we bring it back.
Oh, we got to do more Am I the A-holes? People need help. We need help.
Shoot. Lots of help.
Cheers.
See ya.